I started the show by telling you about the crying prince, the prince who cried wolf. Time and again we have questioned the monarchy in England and how it's fooling the British people. But before I end the show tonight, I have some more bad news for those living in England. The UK is set to be on course to be one of the saddest places to live. Stay with me and I'll tell you why. But I'll have to rewind a bit. This is a report from nearly a decade ago. It describes the United Kingdom as one of the best places to live and work. Its quality of life, education, sense of community, environment, healthcare services, all these made it a paradise for most. I'm not saying this. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or the OECD, said it. For years, the British have been perceived as excellent in communication, language, at times over-polite and discreet, friendly. Clean air and water was everywhere. Earlier, surveys showed that the British had faith in their public institutions, in their democracy, a fondness for their monarchy. People were content, satisfied. All this was recorded in surveys, but from decades ago. All in all, England was loved by tourists and immigrants for its happy, peace-loving environment. Cut to 2023, take a look at these scenes. There is anger on the streets of London. There is frustration. There is acrimony. It's a season of strikes in England, so much so there's a strike calendar in the UK. Nurses, ambulance drivers, bus drivers, highway workers, teachers, the border force, university staff, Royal Mail workers, they're all going on strikes. They're demanding more pay. They're sick of the cost of living crisis which has crippled the economy. Remember, these services form the backbone of any country. They ensure smooth functioning during calm and chaos. Imagine if there is an emergency, a medical emergency, a natural disaster, an accident. What happens then? It's a scary thought. This cost of living crisis is creating friction not just between the government and trade unions, but also between couples. Take a look at this headline now. Divorce rates in the United Kingdom are set to hit a 50-year high. British couples are unhappy. In fact, this is the most unhappy they've ever been since records even began. Skyrocketing inflation has turned bedroom banter to raging arguments. They're unhappy because of the cost of happiness. It has gone up. Living standards have taken a dive. Romantic night outs are too expensive. PwC or PricewaterhouseCoopers says that real wages in Britain will return to levels last seen in 2006, and that's this year. The great British dream is crashing, and with that, so are house prices. Add higher taxes to the heap of troubles, and you'll find there's plenty of bitterness in the air. It's pushing more couples to call it quits. You think I'm exaggerating? Did you know the first working Monday in January is dubbed as Divorce Day? So while Prince Harry is crying wolf, attacking the royal family, holding tear-jerking interviews, chatting with ghosts of the past, the British have bigger fish to fry. They're seeing essential services collapse around them, right in the middle of flu season, winter illnesses. They're seeing acrimony between trade unions and their government. And not to forget, they've seen a revolving door of prime ministers. They're fighting over budgets in bedrooms, putting their dreams and hopes on the back burner as they battle soaring costs. Remember a time when the British monarchy was once a symbol of stability in turbulent times? I ask you tonight, where is the stability? A crying prince is calling out the royal family. He's washing his dirty laundry in public, and we're all feasting on gossip. Not to forget, a new king is set to be coronated. And while the royal rift has got tongues wagging, what about the rift on the streets of London? The unhappiness taking root in British life. No book release will resolve that. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.